Welcome to the latest episode of Car to the
Chase.
Episode 53. We are not counting.
I thought it was 52.
Last week, because it was your birthday.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, so today we're talking buyer's fatigue, deal fatigue, vendor's fatigue. There's a lot of fatigue
Auctioneer
in this market.
fatigue.
Yeah. Because let's face it, the market is pretty tough at the moment, and sometimes it's just really hard because it's negative. You get a good deal, and then all of a sudden it's fallen because a hinge on the door is 1 millimeter out, and the buyer freaks out. And then you go back to square one. How do you keep a positivity in the deal with the vendors, the buyers, but most importantly the vendors, right? Because man, they're getting hounded. They're getting pounded, sorry. Yeah.
Or hounded and pounded.
Hounded and pounded, yes.
And how do you deliver bad news, right? And you've got to rip the scab off and you've got to deal with it straight away. One of my favorite lines, Diego, is we're all in this together. I understand how you're feeling. We've got your back. We've been here before. We'll get you through it.
Yes.
And they've got to know that you're there versus that fatigue of going, here we go again.
Yeah.
Here we go
And I
again.
suppose when something negative happens, like a deal falls through, and you've been waiting 2 months on that offer, and all of a sudden you're on the 3rd month of an agency agreement, the deal is falling through, and you're going to find a new buyer, and you got what petty shorter, which is 0. It's a pretty, even as an agent, you're like, bugger, what do I do now? Okay, back to work, right? But how do you keep the vendor positive? Well, you tell them about the property, a similar example that happened, and then the vendor sold for a good price, and they were happy, and you make them feel that they're not the only one. They're not in isolation. They're not. The universe hasn't singled them out, right? But you got to give them positivity. And one of my favorite lines at the moment is like, we are only one phone call away from the next buyer saying, I want to buy it.
Yep.
And it's not a fake, fake hopes or anything like that. But you got to give them something. They go like, okay, well, thanks. And some of the calls I'm having, they're tough calls. But at the end of it, I can feel the vendor feels a little bit reassured because they know I've got their back.
We've always got their back, and as agents too, when you're feeling that deal fatigue, listing fatigue, then you need to have a break. It's like for me on the weekend, yesterday, Queen's birthday, even though I didn't agree with the public holiday, day off, went and played some golf. Yeah. Great, come back today, ready to go.
And look, it is what it is, right? At the end of the day, the market is what it is, but this is where champions are made, and everyone else can go and work somewhere else. Deal makers, not order takers.
Deal with that fatigue.
Thanks for watching.